Hi guys, welcome back. So today we'll be analyzing Vedant Fashions Limited. As you know, the result for the company is out, and just by looking at the investor presentation and results, let us see how how the company has done. Has it been good? Has it been how has the performance been? And if so, why? Right. So I will start by sharing my presentation that I have. Just a small one because I have to explain the business model, right? So yeah. So the company that we're doing today is Vedant Fashion. So first, let us understand what does the company do, right? Just by looking at the screen, you can see that the company does wedding wear, right? Wedding wear ka jo bhi kapda hota hai, whether it is lehenga, whether it is kurti, that is what this company does. Now, one of the prominent brands. So under Vedant Fashion, there are these five brands, as you can see. The prominent brand is MANYAVAR, and I think a lot of us have come across this brand, right? Either you would have seen the shop or more than shop, I think, is the ads that we've seen repeatedly on TV. I think earlier Anushka Sharma and Virat Kohli used to come in that ad, and now I guess Ranveer Singh and Alia Bhatt come, right? So this is what they do. Basics a simple model hai, wedding wear bechta hai. That's it, right? Now, what is so special about them is one, they have five different kinds of brand, as you can see: Manyavar, Twambe, Mohe, Mebas, and Matan. Now, what is the difference between each brand? As you can see, in Manyavar jo hota hai, jo bhi like men's ka wedding wear hai, like all this kurtas and sherwanis and kids. That is what they sell in Manyavar. Okay. In Mohe, when it comes to, they sell only for ladies, whether it is the lehengas and the saris, only for the ladies, the wedding wear that is there. That one. In Mebas, that is there. They have everything. Again, like it is a family store, as you can call it, like a one-stop shop for family. If you go to a Mebaska store, you get the sherwanis and kurtis, of course, for guys, and for ladies, of course, all the saris and lehenga, all the wedding wear that is there, and kids. मंथन जो है, for this they sell only kurtas, right? And the basic का जो kurta होता है, right? That other than that, other than having the different kind of product portfolio, मतलब एक होता है ladies के लिए, एक होता है gents, and the other one is for both, like gents and kids. Other than that, they also the brand is different because of the product price that it caters to. अगर आप मान्यवर में जाते हो, this is basically for weddings that happens between 10 to 15 lakhs. And here you can find like एक men's का kurta जो होता है, it ranges from 10,000 to around 40,000, right? Mohe is also the same. Like if you are a bride, then you go get a lehenga, it ranges again from 20,000 to 50,000, right? Mebas, again, it falls in the same category. But having said that, Mebas, like I told you, it is a one-stop family shop where you get for all the gents, the ladies, and the kids, right? On the other hand, Manthan is, the basic kurtas you get. Like other than weddings, of course, you have festivities, right? Where you would need some kind of ethnic wear or traditional wear. So Manthan ka jo hota hai, like, it starts from a price point of 2,000 rupees or like 1,800, but generally about 2,000 to in that range between 2,000 to 10,000, you find this kurtas and those jackets, all those things. Twamwe, on the other hand, is a luxury brand, right? It's a luxury segment where you get, of course, you get both. You get the kurtas as well as you get the how do I tell you, kurtas as well as the lehengas for ladies. You get both. But the thing here is the price point is a bit high. It ranges from 50,000 to, it goes even up to 1.25 lakhs. So you can see here, one is they've differentiated the product based on the category that the category or the gender they want to cater to. And the second thing is based on the price point, right? Like different SKUs के लिए different brand है, right? अगर आपको high end luxury चाहिए तो आप Twamwe में जा सकते हो. अगर आपको like you want a decent somewhere between 11,000 to 50,000, you get from MANYAVAR. The other thing is, अब तक भी, even as of 2023, majority of the revenue that is there, 80% का जो उनका revenue आता है, it comes from MANYAVAR, this core brand, as you can see, right? MANYAVAR generates at least 75 to 80% of their revenue. So this is one thing, right? So this is their business model at the end of the day. Like they sell clothes, they sell wedding wears, and they sell wedding wears to different categories. And the other thing also, when you talk about wedding wears, right? If you talk about a wedding wear for a woman, right? You have plenty of options, not just in the unorganized sector. Agar aapke organized sector mein bhi hai, right? You have plenty of options. You have different brands. Like, just being a woman, I can just talk about Koski and Soch and so many other branded jo hota hai, right? You find it. But when you talk about the men ke liye jo wedding wear hota hai, aapka sherwani and kurtas and all of those things, there is not like a specific brand that is catering only for men. So this is where MANYAVAR is coming. This is where MANYAVAR ka advantage is there, that they are the only organized company that is catering to the men ka wedding wear, right? So this is what is unique about them. And yeah, You can just pause here and you can see, different brands kab start hua tha, and who do they cater to, like I explained you earlier, right? And what is the what is the like price range, like I told you, Manyavar is like mid to premium hota hai. Twambe, like I told you, luxury, because unka jo category jo hota hai, it goes from 50,000 to 1 lakh. Whereas Matan ka aap dekh sakte ho value, because yahan pe aapka kurtas jo starting price hota hai, it starts from 2,000 and it goes up till 10,000, right? So, and here also you can see where are the stores present and everything. You can just pause and read here once. It's the same thing that I explained. So यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, like I explained you earlier, right? The menswear, there is not like a specific brand you can go to get a men's wedding wear, and of course the entire men's wedding wear that is there, it is a lot of unorganized sector, right? So this shift is taking place from an organized to unorganized to organized space, जहाँ पे people go from just shopping from random shops to, like, a branded value a value brand. That is where that is where Manyavar is coming. Manyavar is coming there, right? The second thing is, like, what is so unique about them? So one thing is, let's say now Manyavar, it has a lot of franchise, right? Like agar aapne Bangalore mein jaake dekha hoga, they have Manyavar stores. It could be a franchise owned, franchise operated. Now yahan pe kya hota hai, when the company sells their product to the franchise, that is when the sales are registered, that is when the revenue is registered, right? Not when the franchise is selling to the customer, not then, but when the company is selling to the franchise only, the sale is registered, right? And let's say in Bangalore ka ek shop mein agar wo jo bhi kapda hota hai, whatever the product is there, if it is not getting sold, what they do is they transfer that, they collect it from that shop and they send it to other shop and make sure, like, it is getting sold over there. So as a result, they keep churning their how do I tell you, they keep churning their product from one store to another store and make sure that, the product is getting sold. That is one thing. And if you would have seen, right, in the early in 2021, you would have seen there has been a huge boom for this, and they've been and they have, performed really well in 2021. Now, what is the reason you saw this huge boom, right, in 2021? The reason was simple. In 2020, aapko, like, I think all of us are aware, there was COVID, right? And there were so many restrictions, and you saw a lot of lockdown weddings and Zoom call weddings, right? And as soon as the of course the lockdown was eased and everything, a lot of weddings happened, right? There was a lot of pent up demand jo hota tha weddings ke liye. Because of this, you saw that huge boom in wedding sales in 2021. That is one thing, right? And the second thing was, of course, because most of us were deprived of all this, going out and all the festivities and everything, they saw this huge boom. Coming back right now, agar up 2021 se abhi 2023, the pent up demand is not there. That is one thing. And second, of course, the demand has come back to normal. That is why you're seeing now also that the sale has come back to, like, the pre-COVID levels, right? It is the exorbitant number that you saw in 2021 and mid 2022, that is no longer there. That's one thing. The second thing is, in 2022, what happened? They have expanded their stores. Abhi tak to Manyavar jo tha, it was there only in India, Indian subcontinent, like only in India. But right now you can find the store in UAE, that is, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the entire UAE state, and USA and Canada. Now, why is this so? Because, as you know, there are a lot of NRIs staying in UAE, USA and Canada, right? And they don't have access to, really good wedding wears. If they need anything, they have to go again to, like, either they have to go to the top brands like Sabyasachi and Shantanu Nikhil, right? Or they have to come to India and shop. There is no that mid to premium ka jo segment hota hai. Like, they don't even want to go to the unorganized space, not even to the high end space. So mid to premium sector ke liye, there's a lot of demand here in the NRI market back in these three countries. So that is why, they have opened up their own showrooms here in international regions. That's one thing, right? So that's about the company. Like, ye kya hua tha, iska history kya tha, and what is a product portfolio and everything. Abhi ye company kya kar raha hai, like, how has the result been? As you see, the result has been quite disappointing, right? I don't want to even compare QOQ, because, like, QOQ, like, Q3 is the best quarter agar aap koi bhi consumption, because there are many holidays, so many weddings and festivities, iske wajah se sales zyada hota hai. Q4 mein Q3 se kam hota hai, because, end of season sale hota hai. Q1 actually it starts gradually picking up. But having said that, can you see QOQ baby? It's not a lot, like, the revenue has been down and PAT also has been down. Other than that, if you can see, even if you see the year-on-year comparison, right, revenue has been down 4%, 20% आपका आपका पैट भी है, पैट भी गिरा हुआ है, राइट. ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट आपका जो ग्रॉस मार्जिन है, इवन दैट इज फॉलन, राइट. आपका एबिटा मार्जिन जो है वो भी. सो ऑल द पैरामीटर्स दैट यू कैन थिंक ऑफ, राइट, लाइक रेवेन्यू, पैट मार्जिन, gross profit, everything is fallen, can you see, and fallen by a good decent amount also, right. अगर आप देखते हो, the other important parameter is that the same store sales growth. Same store sales growth का मतलब क्या है? तेरा when you talk about growth, right, there are two kinds of growth that comes here. एक होता है organic growth, एक होता है organic growth जो होता है that you get by adding more and more stores, right. And the other growth is same store sales growth, not by ये new forget the new stores, whatever the existing stores are there, you know how much has been the sales from these existing stores, right. If you see, even the same store sales growth has been down by 22.4% year on year. Matlab last year se is year tak it has been down by 22.4%, and that is like a really big number, right. Like that's one thing. And the other thing is the retail performance or yeah sale of customers. Like I told you, यहाँ पे revenue count होता है. I don't know if you remember, just like a few minutes back I told you, revenue is registered here when a company sells uska product एक franchise को, not when the franchise is selling it to the customer, right. That is one thing. पर यहाँ पे can you see the retail performance जो होता है when that franchise is selling to the customer? It can be, you know, the again the franchise can be of different forms, right. Like एक होता है एक्सक्लूसिव ब्रांड आउटलेट, एक होता है लार्ज फॉर्मेट स्टोर, ये सभी ई कॉमर्स जो भी होते हैं, ऑनलाइन का सेल्स, ऑल ऑफ द सेल्स कंबाइंड टुगेदर दैट दे आर डूइंग टू द कस्टमर्स, अगर वो देखा जाए, इवन दैट हैज फॉलन बाय 15.6%. मतलब लास्ट ईयर इसी टाइम से this year, this quarter, same time, if you see, it has fallen by 15.6%. So as you can see, there is nothing good as of now happening here. If you see all the parameters, it has been falling down. Now, what is the reason? Like the company has told, like the wedding ka jo hai, like how do I tell you? The number of weddings that has happened in this quarter has been reduced. Now, of course, right, when you talk about these companies, like I told you, उनका पूरा product portfolio जो है, यहाँ आप देख सकते हो, it is only for wedding wear. So of course, if the weddings don't happen, right, like if the number of weddings in a year are less, of course their sale also will not go up. So as a result, you have seen that in all parameters they have performed terribly. It has been a disappointing set of numbers, right. But again, the company has been telling, you know, like this is just one quarter, we will see, because again, but having said that also, right, I somehow feel very uncomfortable owning this company for the fact that, you know, they will either give you in like a mid-teen to like probably low to mid-teen digit growth. I don't see this company doing exceptionally well. That's one. Like you see 20% का growth and above. The other thing I would also like to highlight is the store expansion rate. अगर आप उसके store expansion rate देखते हो, like in Q1 of FY23 they had 603 stores, and right now in Q1 FY24 they have 662 stores. They've added 59 stores in a year, right? Compared to in the last 1 year they've added 59 stores. I don't want to check for quarter on quarter क्योंकि वेदांत फैशन का हाईएस्ट सेल जो होता है वो Q3 में होता है. So they add the maximum number of sales, like the maximum number of stores between Q2 and Q3, right? अभी ये क्या हुआ है? So that is why I've taken the entire year. They've added 59 stores in a year. Now let's just, if taking into consideration, let's say that the number remains the same, that they add 59 stores every year. If we see, then it would take 12 years for them to double the store count, right? Like from to reach the same 662, like 662 into 2, if you double that, it will take them 12 years. And if I have to take uska CAGR, if I take the store expansion ka CAGR, if I have to take, it comes up to around 8 to 9%. So like I told you, if I just take by the store expansion rate and the kind of the growth that I can extrapolate from that, the growth that is coming only from the new store addition, that comes up to around 7 to 8% CAGR. That's it. And for a 7 to 8% CAGR, I mean for that, if I have to pay like let's say a 70 times earnings, I feel really uncomfortable at this at this rate. So for me, overall, personally, it has not been a good set of number. I mean, again, since the sales here depend majorly on the weddings, let us see if it can recover again and what will be the management commentary, telling, again for Q2 and Q3. But yeah, having said that, that's about the result. Yep. Yeah, having said that, that's about the result. As you can see, the numbers aren't that great. It has been quite disappointing. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the quarter goes. Having said that, shit. Take care and bye.